Hey everybody, welcome back to Matt's Ice Cream Show, and we are back on our quest to try all the ice cream world has to offer. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're not already subscribed, press that subscription button. Welcome old fans, and of course, welcome new fans. Today, we're going to be doing great value from Walmart, cookies and cream. Cookies and cream is a exceptionally popular flavor, much like chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Cookies and cream is kind of one of those flavors that about every brand you know has some form of. In my opinion, it's a little overrated, but, you know, we're going to check it out. Let's try it out. So for the calorie-conscious crowd, this container, this pint, 16 fluid ounces, is 210 calories per serving. For that ice cream math of 620 calories. Don't know how that works out. Not good at math, though. But anywho, who's had this before? Put it in the comments below. I told you in the past that I felt like maybe I was doing a little too much novelties, but it's kind of hard to do a lot of ice cream if you're trying to also maintain a decent weight. But I also felt like sometimes I might be doing a little bit more expensive, higher-end brands. So I thought I would dial it back a little bit this year and do more run-of-the-mill, average/economy brands. As many of you know, in my opinion, there are 4, if not 5 tiers. There's that economy tier, that's like your store brands. There's your average, that's like your Breyers, Edy's, and Turkey Hill. There's your premium, that's like your Magnum or your Tillamook. There is your super premium, that's like your Ben & Jerry's, your Salt and Straw, your Haagen-Dazs. And then there's like that super premium brand, or I'm sorry, not super premium, your artisan level, maybe your top tier, your best tier. That's like your Malai out of New York City or your Miss Mona's. So this, in my opinion, is that like bottom tier. Not that bottom tier means bad. It just typically means less fat content, right around that 10% range as far as the FDA standard goes in order to be called ice cream. In fact, this is called ice cream. Okay. And in order to be called ice cream, it has to have certain characteristics, at least in America. So over 10% fat, less than 100% overrun or air whipped into it, and a few other things. Typically with the lower tiers, if you will, they don't have the greatest quality ingredients, although not bad, not as good as your higher tiers. They have less fat content, typically have more air whipped into it. I can kind of feel it here just by, it hasn't been out very long. It's kind of squishy. That means it probably doesn't have a lot of fat content. But anywho, let's jump into it. Walmart, great value brand. As you can see, quite a bit of cookies in this cream. Okay, shut up now. Let's go. It's not bad. It's not bad. I would say that the cream part doesn't really pop a lot. Almost has kind of a lighter milk flavor, like almost like a skim milk. Let me see. Yeah, I was going to say one of the first ingredients is skim milk, so it kind of tastes like that. It's milk, cream, and then skim milk and cookie pieces, so it has more of a skim milk milk flavor to it. Quite a bit of cookies in here, as you can see. At least initially, it would seem there are quite a bit of. I think they use like chocolate wafers, very reminiscent or similar to Oreos. It's almost like something my grandma would keep at her house. You know, run-of-the-mill. Like, it's going to scratch that itch, but it's not like super high quality. Although that doesn't necessarily, just because something's not super high quality doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just might not be as good. You guys can see those large, it actually has pretty large chunks of chocolate wafers in here. The vanilla, or the cream, if you will, I'm pretty sure it's vanilla ice cream because it kind of tastes like that. It doesn't really have much of a flavor to it. It's just kind of there. As you get on the back side of it, you can kind of see because I flipped it over. Even way down at the bottom, it's got a good amount of cookies all throughout it. So that is actually a really good thing about this ice cream. They definitely don't skimp on the cookies. And in my opinion, it kind of saves it. Because the cream part, if you will, it's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's overwhelmingly good. So let's go ahead and give it a rating. Let's go ahead. Let's go. Not bad. I'll be honest with you. It was better than I thought it was going to be, especially for like store brand ice cream. Scale of 1 to 100, 10-point grading scale. Drum roll, please. For what it is, I might give it like an 85, like a solid B. I'm going to tell you why. For what it is, again, you can't really rate the ones against each other. It's like apples and oranges. They're all fruit, but they don't taste the same. They have different, properties about them that make them good, but different. Does that make sense? Anywho, move with it. Come on, work with me. Okay, so like I said, the cream part is just kind of there. It's kind of lacking the fat content that I would like. It does have some flavorfulness to it, but nothing special. Let's see. It almost tastes a bit like it has quite a bit of additives into it. And as you can see on the back side with all these different things in there, it does. So it kind of has that flavor to it. The cookies aren't bad, in my opinion. They definitely save it. The cookies part that's why I'm giving it the B rating, because the cookie part does save it. There's quite a bit of cookies all throughout it. If you flip it over, as you can see, I'm flipping it over, you have cookies all throughout it. So Walmart really does a good job with that. I would say the problem with the cookies are they're kind of soggy. They kind of melt into the ice cream in not the greatest way. It's almost like leaving a cookie in the milk for too long, although it's not bad. The chocolate doesn't really pop that well. It is there. It does save the ice cream, but overall it doesn't really pop that well. The sweetness is kind of lacking. Not very sweet. Not that it needs to be hyper sweet, but for me, I like a little bit sweeter. So that's kind of lacking. And in general, like I said, the fat content wasn't the greatest, but you can't really expect but so much for like an economy brand. But anyway, you guys go out and check it out. Solid 85. I'll give it a solid B. Let me know if there's any other flavors from this brand you'd like for me to try, or any other brands with a similar flavor you'd like for me to try. Also, while you're there, lights. What'd you think about last ice cream? I thought it was pretty good. I say that because the flavors are often regional or seasonal or limited edition. I have trouble finding them. I know you have trouble finding them. Comment in the comments of the prior videos. Love talking to you guys throughout the week in those videos. Comment in this video. Sorry, guys. Sometimes, noises outside throw me off. But anyway, Sugar Rush. This is what I'm going to blame it on, okay? But seriously, comment in this video. Party at Matt's Ice Cream Show comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check the links below. Walmart, great value brand, 85. You guys go out and check it out. Tell your friends, tell your family. Come eat ice cream with me every week, and I will. Big shout outs to Josh the Goat. See you next time. See you next time, guys.